from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They run. Peterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and it's Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Peterson running right. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Kill.
Now a give to Peterson running right. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And some room to maneuver. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Jackson to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll run for it. Peterson. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 15 running. He's checking.
Now the first carry for Bush. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Boom. 51's the mic.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And Adams has it, complete. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The quick feet by Jackson. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Peterson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, Peterson. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Browns' 39-yard line.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Jackson. Going for a right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
It's a gain of 38 yards.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Browns nothing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brissett sets to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a first down. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now. It's Peterson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Peterson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Peterson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 3rd down, Peterson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he's got this down to the 35. And now Peterson, not exactly sure what happened there defensively, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carlisle. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Play action. Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll hand it off to Bush. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check. Jim, go. Jim. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
This is Bush. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 63 yards on the ground.
Hayward. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Check. 53's mic. Check. 53's mic.
Brissett to throw on first. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long. Now Brissett. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half. So this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Another toe for the workhorse here this afternoon. Peterson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On second and 11 now. Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Brissett on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
In your face. Hey, switch gears. Shift. Yeah.
Brissett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
On the default. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 56 to Mott, boy. 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Looking left side, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
I'm here all day. Check, we're out.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
56. Good track.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brissett got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the screen.
First down, Brissett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 25. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll run it with Bush.
Go. Run.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
53 to Mike. 53. Check.
From the gun, here's Brissett. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and he's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Go. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
They'll go with the keeper. So he gets absolutely nothing out of that sneak, and now it's 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Check. 53's mine. 53's mine. Come on, baby.
Now Brissett on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
And the Bengals first down.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They run again with Jackson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Peterson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it in. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. We're set to throw for it on 4th. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Brissett, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st down, Peterson. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a run with Peterson. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Wide open receiver complete. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Miles Boykin. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender.
And now look at him go. The 40, 20, 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
53's the mic. 53.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
That one goes for 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, it's Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Devontae Adams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it. And that's what you don't want to do.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Peterson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
They'll run on 1st down. Peterson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On 1st down, Carlisle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They give it to Peterson. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with time running out, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.